Welcome back, future medicos. Finally, the government has released the schedule for MCC All India Counseling. In case if you have not seen the schedule yet, go to mcc.nic.in website and you can download the schedule. Now in this video, we will quickly see what are the details that you need to take note as far as the schedule is concerned. So as you can see here, this is the schedule for online UG counseling. And this is for MBBS, BDS, and BSc nursing courses. Okay, this year they also have BSc nursing courses, but the BSc nursing courses is only for the central institutes of nursing, right? Only the central institutes, not the state colleges will be taken care here. Whereas MBBS and BDS, you will have the state government colleges also. Whereas when it comes to BSc nursing, it's only for central institutes of nursing. Now, what are the seats available under this counseling, right? If you register for MCC, what are the colleges or what are the seats you can register for? You can see here 15% All India quota. That is the All India quota seats in the government colleges, right? The state government colleges offer 15% of the seats to the central government. Those seats will be filled through the medical counseling committee. Deemed universities, 100% of the seats in deemed universities. Of course, there are some exceptions like certain colleges in Karnataka, one college in Jharkhand, right? Even though they are deemed universities, they don't offer 100% of the seats to MCC. They do have some state reservation in some colleges, few colleges only. Other than that, typically around 45 to 50 colleges, 100% of the seats are given to MCC and they are filled through MCC. Then central universities. Typically, we talk about Banaras Hindu University and Aligarh Muslim University. The seats, 100% of the seats in those universities. ESIC quota. And the registration for Armed Forces Medical College. Of course, the selection, the aptitude test, interview will be conducted by Armed Forces Medical College. But the first stage registration for Armed Forces Medical College, you need to do through MCC. Then all the AIMS colleges, 100% of the seats in all the AIMS colleges, and JIPMER Puducherry and JIPMER Karaikal, right? These are the seats that will be available for registration under MCC. When I say JIPMER, Puducherry and Karaikal, even the state quota seats, that is the seats reserved for Puducherry residents, they also have to register through MCC. Now let us see the schedule for the first round. What are the important points you need to take note for the first round? The first column is verification of seat matrix by institutes that happens on 17 January and 18 January. So most likely we will come to know about the seat matrix on 17th and 18th. I'm not sure whether this is only for the institute or whether it will be published for the candidates. It's not very clear here. So probably it may be published on 17th, 18th, or worst case, the seat matrix may be available on 19th. Okay, 19th, by that time you should know because the choice filling starts on 20th January. So maximum by 19th, you should know the seat matrix, right? What are the colleges available? What are the category of seats available, right? That will be known at least on 19th. Now, when we talk about the registration, you need to understand it is a 4-step process. There are 4 steps involved for a candidate. Okay, there are more steps involved, but as far as a candidate, you need to focus on 4 steps. What are they? First, registration. Second, payment. Third, choice filling. The fourth, choice locking. Okay, registration, payment, choice filling, choice locking. And finally, if you get a seat, you need to look at the reporting at the college, right? Maybe we can say 5 steps. Now let us look at what are the timeline for all these steps. The first step is registration. The registration starts on 19 January 2022. Don't ask me at what time. We all will be looking at the website from 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Sometimes it will start at 10 o'clock. Sometimes it may go at 11 o'clock. Sometimes it may start at 5 p.m. We do not know. but they are saying it will start on 19 January. And until when you can do the registration? You can do the registration until 24th January up to 12 noon. That is 24th January afternoon, 12 o'clock, the registration will close. So it's only about 5 days, let's say 4.5 days or 5 days. And then the payment facility, right? As I said, the second step, you need to do the payment. The first step, registration, which is mainly your personal details, academic details, need details, probably those are the details. And then payment facility will be available up to 3 p.m. on 24th January 2022. So when it starts on 19th January, right? When the registration opens, the payment facility will also open, but registration will close at 12 afternoon on 24th January. Then you will have another 3 hours to complete the payment. If someone has not completed the payment, you will have until 3 p.m. to complete the payment. Now, if you have completed the registration, if you have completed the payment, then you can go ahead and start doing the choice filling. What is choice filling? Basically, you are telling the system that what are the colleges you are interested. What is your first choice? What is your second choice? What is your third choice? What is your fourth choice? What is your 50th choice? What is your 100th choice, right? How many choices can you give? You can give as many choices you want. If there are 300 colleges, you want to give 300 choices, you can give it. If you want to give only one choice, you can give it. If you want to give 10 choices, you can give it. If you want to give only choices of government colleges, you can do that. If you want to give choices only in your state, you can do that. If you want to give choices except your state, you can do that, right? The choice is yours. There is no restriction in terms of the number of choices. Can I put MBBS and BDS mixed? Yes, you can mix. Can I mix government colleges and deemed universities? Yes, you can mix and match, right? But to take deemed university, there will be an additional registration fees. If you only want government colleges, the registration fees and security deposit will be lesser. If you also want deemed universities, then the registration fee and security deposit will be higher. Okay, take note of that. If you want both government colleges and deemed universities, then you can register for both by paying the higher amount. If you want only government colleges, then just register for that. Okay, the choice is yours. Now, once once the registration and payment is done, as I said, choice filling will start on 20th January. And you can do the choice filling until 24th January up to 11:55 p.m. That is almost midnight. Right? As I told you, you can do the choice filling, giving the preferences. Now, what is the fourth step is choice locking. Now, someone asked me, what is the difference between choice filling and choice locking? Choice filling is basically you give the choices, you rearrange the colleges. Maybe today you do say college number 1, college number 2, college number 3, college number 4, college number 5. You have given a set of choices. Say, for example, you put Ramachandra as number 1, you put KMC Manipal as number 2. You discuss with your parents, you are talking to your friends. Suddenly somebody is asking, hey, why did you put KMC Manipal as second choice? Ramachandra, the fees is higher. KMC Manipal, the fees is lesser. Why did you put that as a second choice? Now you want to change. Your mind has changed. Now you can log in again to the system and then rearrange. You can put KMC Manipal as number 1 and Ramachandra as second choice. So this is choice filling. So you can keep on changing the choices. You can add choices. You can remove choices. You can edit the choices. You can rearrange the choices. All these you can do from 20th January to 24th January. And then the choice locking facility opens from 4 p.m. on 24th January, and it will be available until 11:55 p.m. on 24th January, the same day. About 8 hours, the choice locking is open. Now, what is choice locking? Now, let's say, for example, by 24th January, by 4 p.m., you have made up your mind. You have gone through the choice filling. You have checked it multiple times. You have discussed with your parents. You have discussed with your teachers. You have discussed with your friends. You are confident that you know this is the choice. Now you can go and lock the choice. Or basically it is submitting the choice. Until then you are saving only. You are saving in the system, right? You select some choices, save it. You are not submitting it basically before that. From 24th January 4 p.m., you will have a facility to submit it or basically lock the choices. What is the meaning of locking? Once you lock, you cannot change anymore. That is it. It's locked, right? The locked, and then the key is given to MCC. You cannot open anymore. You cannot change anymore. You cannot edit anymore. You cannot add anymore. You cannot remove anymore. Nothing you can do. Now you may ask, sir, I don't want to do it at 4 o'clock. My mind is still thinking. Can I do it at 6 p.m.? Yes, you can do. Can I do it at 10 p.m.? Yes, you can do it until 11:55 p.m. Sir, what happens if suddenly internet goes? Suddenly I am unable to log in at 24 January 10 p.m. What will happen? Will I lose all my choices? Will I not be given a seat? Okay, no. Normally, if you have selected choices and saved it, the last saved choices will automatically be locked at 11:55 p.m. on 24th January. Whether you lock it or not, it will automatically be locked on 24th January by 11:55 p.m. So you don't need to worry. You don't need to panic in case if you are unable to lock. Sometimes, like right, on 24th January, the server will become very, very busy. I don't know why they give the choice locking only at 4 p.m. They could give from the first day itself. But I don't know, for some strange reason, MCC gives it only on the last day, only for 8 hours. If everyone tries to log in at that time, the server may crash, right? Or the server may slow down. So don't panic if that happens. So that's why before 24th January, try to fill the choices, review the choices, and more or less save the choices which you are comfortable. So on 24th January, even if you cannot lock in, you do not need to worry. Okay, it's very important. Keep that in mind. Try to complete your choice filling by 23rd January. Another important suggestion I want to tell you about the payment facility, because the payment is allowed only through online mode. You can use your internet banking. You can use credit card or debit card. So sometimes if you are going to register for deemed universities, typically the fees will come to 2 lakhs and 5,000, right? 2 lakh security deposit and 5,000 is the registration fees. So 2.05 lakhs, you should have the facility to take from your internet banking or credit card. So in case if you don't have the upper limit, some of your credit cards, the limit may be like 1 lakh or 50,000. So immediately check what is the upper limit in your internet banking or upper limit in your credit card. In case if you do not have sufficient upper limit, talk to the bank immediately. Try to have a temporary increase in the upper limit so that you don't face any problem at the time of payment. Okay, this is a problem regularly candidates face. So please try to avoid that at last minute. Now, this step, which is verification of internal candidates by the respective universities or institutes, this seems to be a kind of like a new step this year. I do not know why they have this step this year. Until last year, we didn't have this kind of verification. Now, some of you are asking, what is this? Who are these internal candidates? Okay. Basically, the internal candidates, I believe they are referring to like Aligarh Muslim University have some internal reservation. Okay. Delhi University have some internal reservation. Okay. Then JIPMER Puducherry, they have some internal reservation mainly for Puducherry candidates. Maybe ESI quota. Right? These are all some of the internal reservation that is typically available. So probably they are referring to that. I'm also not sure because since this is the first time, so I believe that is the internal candidates they are talking about. If you don't come under any special reservation, if you are applying only for All India quota or deemed universities, then you can ignore this. Don't need to worry about. But if you belong to ESI quota, if you belong to Puducherry Union Territory, or if you belong to Aligarh Muslim University internal reservation, then maybe this may be applicable for you. Okay, I'm not sure. We need to wait for the prospectus to come, but as of now, that's what I believe. Okay, so basically another 2 days are gone where probably the universities or the institutes will verify the submission done by the candidates, and probably they will approve or maybe reject those candidates if they are not eligible. So don't need to worry. If they reject you for that special category, you may not be eligible for that, but you still will be eligible for the All India quota or deemed universities. Those things you should be eligible. Okay, so don't worry too much. Then processing of seat allotment. What is this? Basically, these are the 2 days when it will be very quiet. Nothing is going to happen. Basically, MCC is going to process the results. It will allow the system to run the allotment, and probably some manual checking might happen. And then finally, the result will be published on 29th January 2022. So this is the date on which we will get the results of the first round. Who got the seat, which college you have got, under which category you have got, right? All those details will be available on 29th January. Now, the reporting to the college, it is available from 30th January to 4th February. That is only 6 days are available. Someone was asking in the YouTube, how do I make it to the college? With just 6 days available, how do I go, right? That's something you need to face, right? I do understand it may be difficult, particularly because of All India counseling. A person from Kanyakumari might get a seat somewhere in the Northeast. Traveling might be extremely difficult. And that too, if they are poor candidates, they may not be able to afford flight or Tatkal ticket, then it becomes extremely difficult for them to reach. But there is no choice. This is the constraint we have, and we need to live with it. And so plan for it. Okay. So plan for it. Be ready to travel immediately. Okay. If you think you have an opportunity to get a seat, you should be able to travel immediately. Okay. But before traveling, you should also download the allotment letter from the MCC. Normally it will be available on 29th January or it will be available on 30th January. If you got a seat, you should be able to log in and download the seat allotment letter and take that seat allotment letter and the original documents to the college. Once again, if you have joined some other college, again, it's going to be a terrible thing, right? You need to go to that college where you have joined already. You need to get the original documents, then go to the college allotted to you. Here I am talking about maybe some of you might have joined in arts and science college. You may have joined in engineering college. Now you need to go and get the original documents. Don't go to the medical college without original documents. If you go without original documents, they will reject your seat and you need to go back. You will not be given admission without the original documents. So remember that in mind. Okay. Then the second round is starting from 9th February, but let's not go into the details right now. We will talk about it at a later stage, right? 9th February is quite fast. 4th February, first round completes and second round starts on 9th February. Is okay, is quite fast. And then the mop-up round will be starting on 2nd March. And finally, the stray vacancy round will be happening from 21st March because there is no registration or payment available for stay vacancy round. As directly it goes to the processing and we will know only the result on 22nd March. Okay. So 12th March, we should know the results of mop-up round. And then on 22nd March, we will know the results of stay vacancy round. And when will the stay vacancy round for deemed universities will happen? The stay vacancy for deemed universities can happen only from 23rd March to 26th March. So first, the stay vacancy round for All India quota, central universities will happen. And then finally, on 23rd March to 26th March, the deemed universities counseling will happen. Okay. They have also indicated PG DNB seats. Just ignore this. This, I think, copy paste by MCC. This is nothing to do with the postgraduate PGD and B seats, right? They have copied from the PG counseling and then changed, and they have forgotten to remove it. So just ignore that. One funny thing, for mop-up round, they have not indicated aims. Probably that might be a mistake in my opinion. Aims, JIPMER, they are not shown. It should be there in the mop-up round as well as in the stay vacancy round. That's what I believe. Anyway, let's wait for the brochure or the bulletin or the prospectus, which is not released yet. So probably that will be released in a couple of days. So once it is released, we will get more information about the counseling. Okay, I believe I have given most of the information. I tried to give you a quick overview. If you still have any doubts, if you still have any questions, you can post it. One question I wanted to address, some of you may ask, should I register in the first round? Can I register directly in the second round? Can I wait until the mop-up round and register? Okay, it's up to you. The registration facility will be available before the start of first round. The registration facility will be available just before the second round. The registration facility will be available just before mop-up round. But the registration facility will not be available for stay vacancy round. So if you want to register at a later round, it is up to you. If you ask my suggestion, I will ask you to register at the first round itself, unless you are very confident that you will be getting a seat in your state counseling. That's fine. Otherwise, try to do the registration in the first round itself. That's my advice. And some of you also asking, should I register for deemed universities and government college, or can I just register for government college? It's up to you. If you want only government colleges and if you are not interested in deemed universities, then just go for single registration for government colleges. If you have even a doubt that you need deemed universities, then go for a registration for both. That is government colleges as well as deemed universities, select in the choices. Because why I am saying that, some of you are asking, can I add deemed universities in second round or mop-up round? Yes, that is possible. That facility MCC says will be available in every round. But unfortunately, I have seen in the previous years, candidates used to suffer, candidates used to struggle to add deemed universities, right? It's almost like panic situation in round 2 when candidates try to add deemed universities. And the system, as you know, all these systems, they have some drawbacks. Okay, this year it may work properly. I'm not sure, but the last few years I have seen candidates used to struggle. Okay, they used to send email, they used to try to contact MCC, right? And you all know how all these government institutions, how do they respond to you, right? So my advice, even if you have a small expectation that you want to apply to deemed universities, it is better to register in the first round itself. Okay, that is my advice. Okay, I hope probably this video might have gone long enough. So I don't want to continue anymore. So I will take a stop here. If you have any further questions, please feel free to put the questions in the comments below. Thank you. Bye-bye.